Hi guys, it's Debbie from healingfrombpd.org with a no frills quick video about what I call the boundary bubble. Lots of people call it that actually. So, what is a boundary bubble? Why would you use it? How could it be helpful to those of us who are emotionally sensitive, who may have difficulty with boundaries, with understanding where other people's stuff ends and where we begin? There's actually a book about boundaries with a similar subtitle that some of you are reading. And just a little bit of an exercise that I've been doing lately to help me out that I wanted to share with you guys around the concept of the boundary bubble. And I also wrote a post about this as well. I will put a link down below so that you can check that out for some more information on how this came about, etc., etc. in my life. So, with the boundary bubble, sorry for my squeaky chair. With the boundary bubble, the best analogy that I've heard it has been from spiritual friends, and I have spiritual friends from all backgrounds, but from the Christian background, they have this thing where they sometimes imagine themselves putting on spiritual armor before they leave the house. So they protect their brains with certain things, they protect their hearts, they protect their soul. So it's kind of like that, but this has nothing to do with religion at all. So the boundary bubble is envisioning that there's this protective bubble all around your entire body, and it goes out probably about arm's length all the way around, and essentially you visualize creating this bubble for yourself. For me, I have an interlocking plastic belt on there just to make sure nothing gets in. That was part of my visualization. And you get to decide what gets to permeate the bubble at any given time and how intensely, and what you're going to allow out to share with others. And it's a really great visual that can be so helpful, especially when you're feeling emotional. And if you have a great imagination, which many of us do, it can just be a really awesome tool. So I'll give you an example. One of my family members was having a crisis the other day, and I felt extremely upset about the situation. I felt afraid for her. I felt afraid for the other person involved. And it was a potentially triggering situation that could set me off into going into like the deep, dark pit hole. You know what I'm talking about? Because of something that's happening to somebody else that I care about and love. It even happens sometimes with strangers or people I barely know. Just like knowing someone's going through pain, knowing someone's suffering, and there's nothing I can really do about it other than be there as a friend and, love them and send them good thoughts and prayers, whatever. I don't like that helpless feeling, and then I tend to get extremely emotional in response. And I noticed that coming up, and I put up the boundary bubble. And what I did was, I had this little mantra that I kept saying, which was, this is not my stuff. This is not my issue. And in saying that, I in no way meant to negate the seriousness of the issue, or to deny that I care about the issue and the people involved, and that I love them and I want everything to work out, and I want to support them as much as I can and in the best way that I can as possible. But I don't want to let the emotions get so dysregulated that I'm then getting sick over it, or having thoughts that I don't want to have, or feeling unsafe, whatever the issue might be. So as your peer, and for those of you who ask me what do I do that works, this is what I do. So when it's starting to get to be too much, I just go, this is not my issue, this is not my stuff, this is not my issue, this is not my stuff. And I imagine the bubble, and I imagine that stuff not being able to get in enough to cause a total disruption and dysregulation in my emotions, in my body, my mind, and spirit, so that I'm able to keep my balance. And that is how I've been using the boundary bubble. So let me know if this was helpful to you at all, and if you have any type of similar thing that you do to create some type of sense of protection, a barrier, a buffer, if you will, between yourself and others, or between your issues and who you are and what you're coping with versus other stuff that's coming at us pretty much all day long, really, whether it's in person, online, on television. Let me know and share below, because it'll help your peers as well, I'm sure, to have other tools and ideas. Thank you so much for watching. Guys, I wanted to tell you I'm so excited. I now have over 200,000 views on healingfrombpd.org. A new sponsor is up, so you can go check out on the right hand side to see who's new to the community. And I just want to thank you, and you guys mean so much to me. You might have just heard one of my cats meowing in the background. I have to go tend to my kitties. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.